Welcome to the Hoopo Show, where stories drift between worlds and forgotten moments find new life. Let's begin our journey. And welcome back, everybody, to the Hoopo Show. I'm your host, El Hoopo, but you can just call me Ben. How's everybody doing today? Oh, me? Thanks for asking. I am a lot better today than I was last week. Still a little bit dealing with whatever, those germs that come home from school, they just crawl off of the skin of kids, right? They go to daycare, they go to school, crawl off of your skin, and then they just come and find me. They're like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where's that fucking tall ginger? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Crawl into his mouth, crawl into his ears, crawl into his nose. Make him sick, make him sick. Boom! Neocitrin for a week. But that is the life we lead as parents. We get sick. And for those that don't have kids but are planning on having them, get ready. Just get ready. So let's get into it. Today, a lot of things have happened since the last time we spoke. So today, it's funny. Okay, I had no idea what I was going to talk about today. I had a little idea, but not fully exactly what I was going to talk about. But then again, the universe just throws it in front of my face. And this time, so I'm sitting in the gym, and I look to my peripheral. Now, I've mentioned my peripheral before. My peripheral, I love that word, peripheral. I look this way, I look that way, and I just notice something, and I'm like, And I look, and what do I see? What was so substantial that it made my peripheral pause and stop? Another ginger. Now, you may ask, well, why does that matter that you saw another redhead, another ginger? Well, let me tell you why. Let me put you on a little bit of education, a little game about being a ginger. There's usually only one of us. There's usually only one of us in a classroom. There's usually only one of us in the gym. There's usually only one of us in a classroom picture, in a store, anywhere you go. Really, you're only going to see one, right? Remember those old pictures, your old school pictures with all the kids? Be every shade, right? Just shade, shade, shade. Then all of a sudden, firecracker right in the corner. It's like the photographer and the teachers were like, okay, everybody stand here. And the ginger, you're going to stand in the corner. Oh, thanks. Cool. That's how my pictures were. They're all crazy red hair, just all over the place, just like giving this look like this. I remember there was this one on the island. I was just like this in a blue sweater. I think it was just gingering it out in the corner, right? So that I have to cough. Hold on. So that just flooded me with ginger memories. So one of the main ones was actually, for those that don't know, some of you know, but I moved to the UK for a little bit, way back in the day. This was a long time ago. And I moved to Cardiff, Wales. And I heard about, over there, they're a little bit weird with gingers. They're just weird with redheads. But I'm like, I can deal with it. Whatever. Throw it at me. Let's see what happens, right? So I get over there. I get this job, just little job to fill in my days for the time being at this health shop slanging vitamins and protein and blah, blah, blah. So I'm walking every morning, early morning, to get to this store, right? So one morning I'm walking, right? There's nobody out. But I hear this loud pipe, just like this, right? And I look over, it's this really small UK looking car, tinted windows, purple. They call it chavvy. It was just an extremely chavvy car in the middle of Posh Town, right? So I'm like, what's this? There's nobody else around either. And plus, I'm still getting acclimated to the whole, this side's on this side. And it's like a puzzle with pieces with no pictures on it. An illusion of sorts. And I just was having quite a little bit of difficulty getting my bearings and my surroundings right. Picking up a puzzle piece and just going, where does this go? Oh, I got to look that way. It got me. So when I look over and this car just peels right in front of me, right? And then the window gets rolled down real slow. And all of a sudden this guy in this tracksuit, this Adidas tracksuit, pokes his head out, and he's wearing one of those, what is that plaid hat, whatever that was. It'll come to me later. But he pokes his head out of the window and he goes, "Hey, Ginger, how you doing today?" What? He goes, "Ginger, didn't you hear what I said? I said, how's your day going today, Ginger?" Well, it just started, but thanks for asking. He goes, "Hold on a second, all right?" And I was like, okay. He bends down. I'm like, am I about to get shot? Is this what they were talking about? They really don't like gingers here, huh? I'm about to get killed for this shit. But no, he bends down. Can't make this shit up. He bends down all of a sudden throws a fucking orange at me. Like, what? You just threw an orange at me? This guy just did a drive-by ginger hunt. What did this guy wake up in the morning with his buddy and be like, let's go ginger hunting. Let's go ginger hunting, man. Get the oranges, throw them in the car. Let's go see if we can find one really early in the morning. Like they're hunting for deer, but they're hunting for me, right? So he throws an orange at me. I'm like, I looked at him, I go, what the fuck was that? And then he realized my accent, like, I'm not from here, man. And this shit, what you just did right here, that was some circus shit. Like, that's real disrespectful, right? So I kind of walked towards him, he goes, ah! And he starts off, and he just goes, and then he puts his hand out like this, he goes, see you later, Ginger! And just fades into the UK dust. That shit is crazy. Like, I had an orange thrown at me. Like a pure hate crime, because it's called gingerism, right? Ginger racism. It's a real thing, like gingerism. Just wild, man. Had a fucking orange thrown at me. I'm like, this shit is crazy. So it made me think, like, I remember too, like, you know what? No, I remember, I'll take this even back in the day, because there was certain things growing up as a ginger like we'd have to deal with, right? I remember when we first moved back to St. Joseph Island from Toronto, it was grade 3. And I remember some like vile shit being said to me. At first they started off calling me city boy. They're like, hey, city boy. Hey, city boy. This is grade 3, grade 4. Hey, city boy. I'm like, hey. And then this one dude really got at me. And I'm not going to call his name out. I'm not going to call him out like that. But his name rhymes with Flint and starts with a C. So Flint comes up to me one day and he goes, I swear to God, he asked me this. He goes, did your mom throw fucking shit through the screen door at your face? I was like, what? He goes, I said, did your mom throw shit through the fence at your face? Is that why you have all those freckles? I was like, what the? Are you saying that my freckles are because someone threw shit through a screen door at my face? He's like, yeah. I couldn't believe my ears and I kind of just walked away. And that one stuck with me, man. That one, I've never heard that one since. And I only heard that one once. That one stuck. Shit through the screen door is why I have freckles. And there's another one. You know, and this one, I think every ginger can relate to this one. This one right here, if you've ever been called this as a ginger, it's just so stupid. It's beyond stupid. And I want you all to go into your memory banks right now and remember back, if you've ever, back in your days when you were younger, if you ever called a ginger this name, I want you to slap yourself, because it's so dumb. Because 1, it doesn't make sense. 2, it's dumb. And 3, it doesn't make sense. So calling a redhead a redheaded stepchild is one of the dumbest things you could call a ginger, because we're not even offended by it. We're more feeling terrible for you. Like, you just said that and it makes no sense at all. So and it's dumb and it makes you look dumb. So you really need to go get a library card. You really need to go to the library and just read. You know, go outside and touch a tree and read, because that shit right there is so dumb. Redheaded stepchild. And you know what? I think I've only been called that once or twice my whole life, and it was just from like just puddle dumb, just dumb, like somebody like so dumb, like shit at the bottom of your shoes dumb, like just, oh, that's dumb that I just stepped in that dog poo, like I should have missed that, you know. Redhead stepped, oh yeah, you shut up, stomp that out, you know. We're gonna stay on the ginger train, man. Let's stay on the ginger train. I'm gonna name the top 5 gingers in the world all time. Maybe not all time, just my top 5 gingers in no specific order. I can't put this, you know, I'll just put them all in the same bucket. Here we go. My top 5 gingers. Number 1, I'm going to go with Josh Homme from the Queens of the Stone Age. Man, pure rock star. Always held it down for the gingers, man. He never tried to dye his hair. Never tried to deny the auburn, deny the strawberry, deny all that. He never denied the ginger in him, man. He always stood tall and put his flag down for us gingers. So I salute to you, Josh Homme, Queens of the Stone Age. Number 2, Prince Harry. Prince Harry always held it down. Prince Harry actually made it very cool to be a ginger for quite a while. And then he went through that drama. I'm like, whatever, man. I don't care. Like, he still holds it down for us gingers. So Josh Homme, Prince Harry. I'm going to say Ginger from Casino. Sharon Stone. Yeah, that's just the character, but you're making the list. OG Julianne Moore. That's, Julianne Moore. That's a starlet ginger right there. And I'm going to give number 5 to I'm gonna give it to Reba McEntire, man. That's Hollywood. That's Grand Ole Opry. That's famous. That's fame right there. That's a famous ginger right there. So that's my top 5 right there. Reba, Julianne Moore, Ginger from Casino, Prince Harry, and Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age. And I'm gonna say a big fuck you to a ginger who never held it down, who always, we would take as gingers, we would take so many steps forward. Like something would happen in the news where ginger saved 10 babies, and like, that's a good ginger right there. And we're like, all right, thanks, man, thanks for doing that. And we take about 10 steps forward, and then all of a sudden, this dude would just send us back 100 steps every time with his dumb shit. And I think every ginger knows who I'm talking about, but for you that don't know, his name is Carrot Top. And I want to give a big fuck you to Carrot Top, because you never held it down for us gingers. You always made us look foolish with your makeup on and your Botox and your steroid use and your dumb jokes and your dumb magic and trying to be a mystic Las Vegas, whatever you're doing, man. You're embarrassing us. And put a t-shirt on and don't forget your sleeves, man. And yeah, that's for you. Carrot Top, you never did us right. Fuck you, Carrot Top. Oh, maybe I should get off the ginger thing. It's starting to get me pumped up. You see how us gingers, we get pumped up. We always get like real frazzled. It's just in our blood. We're fiery, man. We're just fiery. It's just the way we are. And one more thing about gingers. I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but I'm gonna bring up a point. It's so true to gingers, and then I'll end it. But this shit is so true. I think I've told a couple of people this in the past, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Is that if you were ever walking, if I'm ever, like anybody's ever walking down the street and you see a ginger couple holding hands, like a man ginger and a woman ginger, and they're holding hands, I instantly think, oh, they must be brother and sister, because they can't be a couple. They can't, because that's just dirty. It's wrong. The universe never planned for that. That's just wrong. And why are you making that decision? Because it's kind of gross. And honestly, when I've seen it before. It's a rarity. It's like seeing a unicorn, but when you do see it, you stop. And I stop and I look and I give them a look like, you guys, man, get it together. Unless you're brother and sister, stop holding hands, for one thing, because that's just weird if you're brother and sister. But if you're a couple, get your life together, man, because this is wrong. It was never intended to be a thing. And just think about it. Think about what it would look like if Carrot Top and Lindsay Lohan were together. Like, it's circus-like. So yeah, to any ginger couples out there, stop the therapy and just, the answer is you're not supposed to be together. The therapist is just not going to tell you that. The therapist is just like tripping out that you two are together. You know what I mean? And like, it's weird. It's like a broken mirror. But salute to all my gingers out there. Stay strong, man. Gingerism is real. Ginger hate crimes are real, man. Duck those oranges. You know what I mean? Stay strong. But I feel like, I'll end it with this. I feel like our strength has risen to one of its best heights right now. I feel strong as a ginger. Like as a kid, we didn't really have many idols. Like Harrison Ford, was he a ginger? No, I don't think he was. Indiana Jones. But you know what? I'll trade Carrot Top. Like Dave Chappelle's race draft. I'm going to trade Carrot Top and no future considerations for Harrison Ford, even though he's not a ginger, I don't think. But we'll take him. We'll claim you, Harrison. Indiana Jones is a ginger. All right. Let's jump into my health, man, real quick. I told you last week that I had an MRI for these headaches. For those headaches that I was getting, or am getting from time to time. And the results came back, and thank God, man. Nothing serious to worry about. All the things that would consider, immediate action or care, there's none of that. So it all came back clean for that. Just a couple little things, but the doctor was like, every MRI comes back with something, and what we see here comes back on all of them. So we're just going to continue doing what we're doing, and there's nothing extreme or major to deal with. So thank God for that, man. I'm not a religious man, but thank God for that. That had me a little bit freaked out, waiting for those results. So I'm thankful for that, and I can move forward. For those that don't know, long story short, man, I tore my bicep tendon December 25th, 2019, right before COVID really went crazy. On Christmas Day, Raptors Celtics were playing, and I decided to do a San Quentin workout I found. It was an iron cross push-up where you stick your hands out like this and you do a push-up side to side. Ruptured it fully. The tendon just came right off the bone. Bicep went straight up my arm, and I needed surgery. I didn't get surgery until actually the day Kobe died. That's the day I had surgery. So they managed to pull it back down, screw it in, boom, I got my bicep back, right? So that was however many years ago. this past Saturday, we get a new couch. So the couch we had way back in the day for so long from our condo in Leslieville, way back in the day, we finally replaced this thing. And so I had to take that couch out. And however I grabbed it, I twisted. And however I twisted that, man, I guess all that scar tissue just went, see ya. And it felt like I'd torn it all over again. So it was completely terrifying. So I was just, man, because it was a whole year of recovery for that surgery. So I went to physio yesterday. He checked me out, and man, anybody that needs, I'm gonna put this out there, anybody who needs physio who's around Leslieville area, go to Mend, MEND. The people in there are brilliant, they're smart, they're nice, and they're very thorough, and they explain it to you in a way that you can understand. And this guy, he boom, boom, boom. Nothing wrong with your bicep, man. Boom, boom, boom. All these tests. It's this, it's that, the nerve, this, that, boom, boom. You're guarding it. You're good. And just to prove that you're good, come on with me right now. You're going to do a bicep curl. It's like, oh, you're right. I did back and biceps today in the gym, and I felt okay. So thank you. I believe his name is Brian, physiotherapist. And big shout out to Men. Thank you for that. And again, that's 1,000 pounds off my back, too, I was worried about. So, yeah. Other than that, feeling good, man. I'm running more and more, and that love is coming back, like I said. So to those out there listening who have been thinking about running, get out there and just do it. It'll do you right. On that note, let's go switch world.
Is this real?
No.
So I didn't know who I was gonna give a shout out to this week, but after my physio appointment, I used to go to Dwell for like 11 years when it was on the same side as Men on Carla, and they got out of there and they moved across the street. So I haven't been there, for a very long time because I've been going to another gym. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go check and see if any of the trainers are in there that I know. And I went in, man. I ran into this guy, that guy. I ran into A-Rod. Who else did I run into? I ran into Hefe. I ran into all these guys. And Phil. Man, it was just good to see you guys. And I give a big shout out to Lenny. Big shout out to Rob. Big shout out to that whole gym, man. You were always there for me when I needed that place to clear my mind. So thank you, Dwell. All right, we're back. Yes, big shout out to Dwell Gym, man. Like I said, you were always there when I needed that spot to clear my head. So big shout out, Dwell Gym. All right, let's get into the Hoopoverse. This week, we're going to stay on the ginger tip. And, man, let's just get into it. Queens of the Stone Age, man. Josh Homme, a real rock star. Man, this on my gym playlist right here. Or one of them. He's so slick. It's some time. Such a tune. Great voice. Good vibe. You and me. Time. Man, Queens of the Stone Age. Do it again. Look them up. Like they say on that album. If you don't know, now you know. Queens of the Stone Age, man. That comes from the album called Songs for the Deaf. Great album. If you like that vibe, get in there. If you don't like that vibe, maybe you do like that vibe, and check them out. All right? And I'm going to go into documentary, and I'm going to do this. First, I will preface it with this. I am not a football guy. Never have been, really. I got into it for a little bit just because of Pro Line, and my roommate at the time, JJ, would kind of, I'd watch football and do the Pro Line, and I just never really got into it. I'm more of a basketball guy, like basketball. I'll check the Leafs playoff time, but I'm basketball. I like baseball. I like most sports. I just don't like football, right? But I know enough for football, right? To just because it's sports, right? So on Netflix, they put out this Untold series, and most of you know about this. It's an amazing series, sports series. It's all different types of stories, and this one that comes out is about Brett Favre. And I always knew Brett Favre was, how you could just tell by someone's eyes, like the eyes don't lie. Like I just always had this vibe from like, you're a dirtbag. Like you are a true dirtbag. Like I can just tell, right? But you watch this documentary and you're like, huh? Like, okay, sure, this guy, he cheats on his wife, he did his text messages, this and that. Okay, I mean, that's terrible. I'm not saying he should have done that, but when you stole money from the welfare money from your own state that you're from to build a volleyball gym, what kind of dirtbag does that? DIRTBAG, dirtbag. You're stealing the money from the poorest of the poor, from the state that you're from, to build volleyball courts. I watched this and I said, I can't even compare this guy to, he's just a dirtbag. Like, I'm going to keep saying it. They should have just called the documentary Dirtbag Favre, man. Like, I don't even like the name Brett now. I never really liked the name Brett before, but George Brett, kind of like that dude was for real, but shout out George Brett, but Royals. But Brett Favre, like, now I'm mad at Packers fans because he comes back and they give him this huge ovation. Like, you're all gross. This guy stealing the money from his state, the welfare money for the ones that need it the most. This big football star. Go fuck yourself, Brett Favre. And my challenge this week is this. My challenge is simple. I want you to work on your sleep. There is nothing better for the mind, the body, and the soul than to get a good sleep. I rearranged my sleeping, like my whole thing I do at night now. I used to sit there and check my phone before I go to sleep in the room and blah, blah, blah. This is my thing now, man. I'm reading before I go to sleep. I take some magnesium before I go to sleep. I'll have a chamomile tea. Like, I'm getting old, man. But this, let me tell you, this combination I'm throwing out at you right now, and I take a little bit of melatonin. And let me tell you something, man. I've been getting more sleep, and full sleep too, than I have in years. And the more it snowballs and the more hours I'm putting back on my body for sleep and rest, it's unbelievable what it does for you. So my challenge to you is just work on your sleep. Try to change some things in your routine, change some things around so you can relax the mind and let that conscious be free and just relax. And then I always end it off right before I go to bed with my breathing exercise. So try to work on your sleep. Even if you can get an extra half hour or an hour, and try, if you typically only sleep about 5 hours, try to get 6 and then work on trying to get 7. And then if you can end up getting close to 8, it's going to change your life, man. I'm telling you, we all know it. It's just life is hard. I get it. But do change something up and try to get a little bit more and then add on to that. So yeah, man, I'm telling you, so things like that can just change your life. So music, Josh Homme, Queens of the Stone Age, documentary Dirtbag, and the challenge is to get more sleep. So yeah, that's the end of this Hoopo verse. I do want to put my 2 cents into what's going on in the NBA playoffs right now. We got OKC. Let me first say this. I called an OKC New York Knicks final. I did. I mean, come on, that's a pretty good pick. But it looks like it possibly could be OKC Indiana. And I have to say, I grew up an Indiana fan, obviously a Bulls fan over Indiana, but I was a huge Reggie Miller fan. And I gave Tyrese shit last week about doing the choke thing and at MSG. I was like, you're not legal for it yet. What he did last night to put Indiana up 3-1 in Indiana, like he had a line like 35, 10, 15 with 0 turnovers or something crazy like that. Like, all right, Tyrese, you're soft as hell, but okay, Tyrese, keep this up. It's huge. So Indiana about maybe to make the finals, which is crazy. So let's see what happens. And honestly, I would still want Shea to take it, but I wouldn't be mad if Indiana won it. I would not be mad. On that note, everybody, please go have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Get some sleep. I'll catch you next weekend, all right? Thank you for listening or watching this episode. It means a lot, genuinely. And remember, new episodes come out every single Friday. So please hit subscribe wherever you're catching this pod. Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. And please hit that 5-star review as it nudges that silly little algorithm to reach more eyes and more ears. So please have a great weekend. And don't forget, I love you.